the division between audience and artist melts away, and you just have everybody fully alive in that moment, just on the exact same wavelength, and just a 20,000 person chorus of people singing together, celebrating together, being joyful together, just living in the moment. And my first show there was an Earth Day concert in 1990, and my dad brought me and my brother and my sister, and we sat on the lawn, and I was 12 years old. It wasn't my first concert ever. My first concert ever was like a couple months before that at the Capitol Center. But I don't have a ton of memories from that concert, but what I do remember are a couple things. One, being at this like really cool venue. We were on a hillside in the grass, there were trees. It felt very appropriate for an Earth Day concert. The other, frankly, remarkable thing that I noticed, I think that was the age that I realized that when people drank alcohol, it affected their behavior. We can just kind of leave it at that. But it was certainly an eye-opening and exciting experience for me as a 12-year-old to be at a concert like that, to spend the whole day at a place like this.
Every Howard County high school has graduations here every year.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they start May 21st this year.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's what drove Ian. If you talk to Ian, he'll tell you he played the guitar at his graduation on the stage.
As a fan, I've been in the lawn many a day here, and I remember being at a concert in the early 80s when the show started. Everybody wanted to sit down and watch the show, but there was this one guy that wouldn't move. And all of a sudden, out of the right of my eye, I see this apple go whizzing across the lawn about 50 yards, and it hit the guy in the head and just disintegrated. And I laughed so hard, I don't think I stopped for 40 minutes. It was one of the funniest things I've seen in my life. It was well-deserved, and they just nailed him. It was almost like he was starting to turn around. All of a sudden, here came the apple, and that was it. So,
I want to tell you an Ian Kennedy story, which is legitimately one of my most favorite Merriweather memories. And it's a true story as well. So I think this was... Let me tell you the story of my recollection of Phish Merriweather 1998. And it was that my first Phish show? I believe it was my first Phish show. And I really didn't know what to expect. And it was... oh no, that was Phish 99, I apologize, now that I'm thinking about it. So Phish 99, there was a pre-party at my mom's house who was over by Hobbit's Glen, and there was a large collection of people. Ian was there, and we all know who Ian Kennedy is now. And we all tried to drive from my mom's house at Hobbit's Glen, all of 3 miles away to Merriweather, and the traffic was intense. Apparently traffic backed up all the way up 29, up 32, and was creating a traffic jam on Route 95. It was so bad, and the venue really couldn't handle it, and it was a big mess. And we got very frustrated trying to come down, is that Broken Land Park? Up by the hospital. Shoot, I'm forgetting my Columbia geography. It's going to bother me. From
Cedar Lane and 175.
No. Up from, this is where I have to pull out my phone to like look at Google Maps super duper fast to get the name of the road accurate and correct. Little Patuxent Parkway, thank you. No, yes, Little Patuxent Parkway.
No, I called it 175.
So Little Patuxent Parkway was completely impassable at the intersection of Broken Land and Little Patuxent. And Ann and I just got so frustrated going nowhere, super slow, that we just got out of the car and walked up and started directing traffic at the intersection of Little Patuxent Parkway and Broken Land. And we directed traffic selfishly so we could get our crew through to the parking lots. And this is at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like a beautiful day. It was hot and the whole thing. It was really hot that day. Yes, it was very hot. But just, I have this vision of Ian and I like staking out an intersection as we were coordinating with each other through hand signs, directing traffic to get through the intersection, because it was such a cluster. And it's those sort of bonding moments that really are awesome. And this was like way, way long ago, but when we were just like kids. and it was such a fun memory. And then, of course, comes the whole rest of the day, which is a lot of parking lot shenanigans, and then becomes a fish show where like your face and mind and brain get melted, and then you're exhausted by the end of the night with everything that happens. But that was one of my favorite memories, actually just selfishly directing traffic. Be like, you go this way, you stop that. There was no police, that like the traffic lights were useless. It was coming from 4 directions. It was complete gridlock. That was a ton of fun. I really actually liked that moment. So that's one of my favorite Ian Kennedy at Merriweather stories from the before time.
You know they were going to make it a Home Depot.
Really? They're going to make it a Home Depot.
23 years ago, that's what they were going to do. And Ian and his friends started an organization called Save Merriweather.
That's awesome.
And they did. And every time I'm here, I text him and say, your life's work is pretty cool.
The magic of Merriweather is, it is that moment when the artist and the audience achieve a like collective consciousness, right? And there's this sort of unification, right? The division between audience and artist melts away, and you just have everybody fully alive in that moment, you know, just on the exact same wavelength, and just a 20,000 person chorus of people singing together, celebrating together, being joyful together, just living in the moment. And you know, the more that life has evolved since I first started coming here to concerts in 1990, the more it seems that we don't have those opportunities, that there are things that pull us away from that kind of shared, unified consciousness. But concerts still reliably, every show there's a moment where just everything clicks. And you know, if you're open to it, you can sense it, you can feel it. And I come to every show here, and it doesn't matter the genre, it doesn't matter the band. There's always a moment where the stars align, so to speak, and it's just magic.